Hello everybody and welcome on my YouTube channel. You are with Alendris and today I'm on a Disney Heroes charge to continue my serial of review, and today we will review one hero with pretty famous in the game, Emperor Zurg. Emperor Zurg is a mid laner damage dealer. It's a member of the blue team for trial, and it's one hero that you can farm in the Coliseum shop and also in a diamond crate when you are buying some diamond crate. Like you probably know if you are following me, I'm playing on server 1 and my Emperor Zurg is 4 stars, but is actually full items at purple 3, so he has all items in the game. I need a little bit more enchantment. You can see I'm at 4 on 5 for my 2 purple items, but more or less the statistics and what I will show you today is pretty near for the final statistics at level 80. That's why I have decided today to review Zurg and not another hero. We can read in the statistics place that Emperor Zurg blasts enemies with his Ion Blaster and intimidates them with his Evil Laugh. Basic damage 3488, a good score. Skill power 4585, a really good score. Max HP 21354, it's not that much. So it's really important with Zurg to increase his stars as soon as possible, because you have one other problem that you can watch actually in the statistics. He doesn't have 1 point of armor and he doesn't have 1 point of reality. It means against fantastic damage and against normal damage he will receive always 100% of the damages without any reduction. You have also some HP regeneration for PvE, but in PvP it doesn't work, so it's not that strong. Let's discover now his skills. My Emperor Zurg is level 76 with his skills maxed out, but I can reach the level 80 when I will be level 80, so it will be a little difference of power, but really little. That's why the values that you will see today are not far from the final values that you will reach at level 80. So the ultimate Ion Blaster is dealing fantastic damage. Zurg unleashes his Ion Blaster and fires it repeatedly until he runs out of energy. Each shot from the Ion Blaster deals 1918 damage to each enemy. It's pretty strong, and you have to know that if you are activating different ultimates in the same time, this one in first position, he will don't stop, he will continue to shot during the times that you activate your other ultimate. It's really important to know, especially in PvE. Second skill, the green skill, Zurg Fury. Zurg's shots, scaring enemies for 7 seconds, attack that do fantastic damage, always crit against scared enemies. This had a chance to fail against enemy above level 76. Really important skill, because for all your heroes that you are using with Zurg, when he will shoot, he will scare enemies, and after you will automatically do critical hit with your fantastic damage. Blue skill, Energy Haste. Zurg steals 60 energy from each enemy. This is a chance to fail against enemy above your level, in fact. And finally, the purple skill, Evil Genius. Zurg gains 20 energy every time he damages, scares or steals enemy from an enemy of level 76 or lower. This effect is reduced against enemies above level 76. So it's also really strong, because when you are doing your ultimate, you are getting some bonus of energy, and your ultimate is staying active more long time. Let's now discover his friendship. Emperor Zurg has only one possibility of friendship, it's with Rex, and if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure, sorry about it, it's just before the level 70 for Zurg and Rex that you can unlock their friendship. Second point, this friendship is crazy hard to complete. You have all the stage available, but it's really difficult to unlock the disc. But the disc is amazing because if you are watching, it's stronger against tank. Level 36, actually the maximum level, you get a bonus of 309 of basic damage. Not bad, but watch what the disc is doing, plus 50% damage more against tank enemies. It's really strong. You can increase this value for sure when you are increasing the number of stars of your disc. So this disc is a must-have, but it's really difficult to unlock. I don't know how much time I spent on this disc. Also, I had to increase some heroes that I'm not using. Vanellope, my Rex is not full, but I unlocked my Rex full purple 2 to finish this friendship. You need some timing and so on. It's really hard, and for people who are actually trying to complete this disc, they know exactly about what I'm speaking. Before to speak about the position of Zurg on the battlefield, I want to highlight one really important point in the game, especially when they are releasing a new cap of level of stuff in the game. It's when to promote one hero. I saw crazy much mistakes even for players who are paying a lot and who have a lot of stuff. For example, if you are taking one hero who is totally full of stuff, full enchanted, let's take for example my Mr. Incredible, and you are watching the badge that he has. Normally, I can promote my Mr. Incredible. You see, it's possible, I have all. But when I'm going to watch, I see that I will miss 1, 2 items who are purple. Also, when you are promoting one hero, you are losing 100% of the enchantment bonus. It means, if actually I'm promoting my Mr. Incredible purple 3, I will lose 170 of basic damage, some armor negation, some critical. For this other item, 1400 of HP, some tenacity, and so on. I can do it with all items. And when I will promote him, I will just get some blue items who are not giving enough statistics, and I will lose a lot. So finally my hero will be purple 3. I can tell, woohoo, I have a lot of purple 3, but finally he is worse than before and is not interesting at all. So be careful, calculate well when you are promoting one hero to don't do this kind of mistakes, who will be really a pain for you if you are doing it. About the position of Zurg on the battlefield, we know that it's a mid laner, so if we compare with other mid laners that we have actually in the game, he is far behind. You can see that Violet, Dash, Elastic Girl and Judy are in front. Also, we can add Finnick and Wally. So Wally is behind, Finnick will be in front for sure, and the last one is Woody. I don't have a Woody, but if I remember correctly, Woody is also in front of Emperor Zurg. So finally you have just Wally who is behind him in the mid laners of the game. I will show you now the skills of Zurg in action. So let's go, we have a sparring fight. So you can see that every time that he hits someone, he gets 20 of energy back. This is the blue skill. The green skill is shooting out. You can see the ghost above the heroes. It's heroes who are scared. And the best moment, now I will have my ultimate, but I will not activate my ultimate directly. I will wait the moment of enemies who are scared, and now, for sure, I can activate my ultimate and I will deal ton of damage, because every hit will be a critical hit. So we will not have the statistics of this fight, because we are in a sparring fight, but we will do some real situations right now. We we will choose one opponent, but you can see that in the list, not a lot of players have unlocked the disc of Zurg. Even some good players who are already in Platinum, they didn't do it because it's pretty hard to unlock this free and cheap, and also because you need Rex, and Rex is not easy to get. So let's take an opponent, for example this one. Okay, the team, I will keep this one, or perhaps I can take Violet there. I will try this one. Let's try like that. I don't like because I have nothing to manage Judy, and I will probably lose, but at least we'll see some statistics. Okay, I will take the ultimate in the face. I don't like. Ah. Yes, I'm dead. I'm dead, and you will see that his Zurg did nearly all damage. I get stunned, and the stun is interrupting my ultimate for sure. So, if you are watching, I did 42,000 with my Zurg, he did 163,000 with his Zurg. So, this hero is a monster as a damage dealer. You can see it, you have exactly the illustration there. After, you have to find something with good with him. Nick Wilde is pretty nice. Mike Warzowski is also pretty nice because they are dealing some fantastic damage, and also Mike Warzowski has a fear, so he can scare also. So you have three heroes with the tanks, who are able to scare, and after you can do ton of damage with your ultimate or with your fantastic damage. For the second match, we will try something a little bit different, so let's check what we have. Let's take this fight. This time I will replace him with Violet, and let's go. Okay, some protection. Already some damage. And you can see that Zurg killed nearly all the team, and I think he will kill all the team by himself. Let's watch the statistics. 91,000 damage, and when you check the damage taken, only the tank took some damage because you have also some Violet shield who are helping a lot. So it's like that, and you can see that as damage dealer is pretty efficient. We will try a last situation right now. For the last example, we will try again against a composition with Judy. Actually, it's difficult for me to fight against this hero because I don't have my heroes who are good against her who are ready. So we will try something really aggressive. I will remove this. I will play like that, and we'll see the result. I'm not sure about the result, to be honest. I would like to prefer to have my Ralph, but Ralph is not ready at all. My Ralph is not ready at all, and soon my Mike Warzowski will help a lot also. Well, I'm dead. I think I'm dead, but I killed at least... it will be painful. Yes. Judy who knocked back my hero. Not far, but not enough. And we can watch the statistics. This time our Zurg didn't done a lot. You can see 16,000 for mine, 36,000 for his Zurg. So it was not the MVP of the fight, but at least we do something interesting. Be careful, this hero is pretty squishy. As 5 stars it will change a lot because he will get a lot of HP, but before that it's difficult to play with him if you don't protect him well. That's why usually I'm playing with Violet, but when you have one setup with crazy strong against you and with Judy will buff a lot the team, it's really difficult. So let's speak now about the strengths and weaknesses of this hero. 3 points as a strength for Emperor Zurg in my opinion. The first point for sure, it is the capacity to deal a lot of damage. Second point, it is a capacity to boost your fantastic damage for all your team with the green skill. Zurg Fury is pretty strong, it's scaring enemies for 7 seconds, 7 seconds it's long, so during this time if you have some heroes with fantastic damage, you will deal a lot of damage on the enemy team. And finally, the last point, it's in one side the capacity to generate the energy of Emperor Zurg, and in one other side the capacity to delay the ultimate of your enemies, because he will steal the energy. He will steal the energy with this skill, but also with the purple skill, Evil Genius. So it's a pretty strong hero, and we will speak now about his weaknesses. 2 points as weaknesses for Emperor Zurg. The first point, Emperor Zurg is one hero who is pretty squishy. You saw from the beginning that he doesn't have any armor, he doesn't have any reality, so he's taking 100% of the damage, and it's just his HP who can take the damage. So you need some stars to make him efficient, like I explained in the beginning of the video. Second point, mainly the damage of Zurg are coming from his ultimate Ion Blaster, and this ultimate is 100% directional, so if you have the possibility to turn Emperor Zurg, you will decrease the amount of damage that you will receive on your team. You can do it, for example, with Mr. Incredible without a problem. It's all for his weaknesses. I will now give you my final opinion of Emperor Zurg. I'm giving finally 19 on 20 for Emperor Zurg, and I'm putting him as a game changer, and I will explain you why. When you begin to have Emperor Zurg in the game is different. This hero is pretty strong. You have a strong damage dealer who is able to boost all your heroes who have a fantastic damage. It will help you a lot to do your city watch, and in PvP it's one hero who is actually used by most of the top players. His friendship is difficult, it's a fact. He can be destroyed in some seconds against some setup if you can't protect him or if you don't have enough stars, but when you reach the moment where he will be 5 stars, full stuff, and with the proper team, you will have some interesting result anyway. And one good setup, for example, Soleil Boo as tank because he can fear, Mike Wazowski as a DPS backliner because he can fear also and stun for a long time enemies. As a support, Violet, who can help, shield and protect also your team against a scare, and one other DPS like Nick Wilde, who has a strong ultimate and who can control with his charm, and you can have some kind of proper team like that. So don't hesitate to comment and to give me your opinion. It can be different than mine. It's now time to conclude.